Hello, I'm Chronicle X, and today, we're diving into the top 10 horrifying facts about ancient Egypt. Number 10. An outbreak of cholera was once linked to food wrapping paper made from mummy bandages. There was a time when anything related to ancient Egypt was all the rage. Mummies were imported to Europe for unwrapping parties, and many were illegally smuggled out of Egypt. The truth is, there were a lot of mummies around, and they were not given much respect or historical significance. This led to mummy bandages being so cheap that an enterprising businessman in the early 1900s in the United States used them to make food wrapping paper. Unfortunately, his plan backfired when people started catching cholera, leading to the practice being abandoned. Number 9. Servants were sometimes put to death to be buried alongside their masters. Some legends suggest that servants of pharaohs and other important figures were often ritually murdered and buried alongside the deceased to serve them in the afterlife. While this practice was phased out in the latter days of ancient Egypt, retainer sacrifices were once a regular part of their society. Those sacrificed in this way might not have seen it as murder, as they believed in continuing life after death. However, it was still nerve-wracking to know your fate was tied to the death of your master. Number 8. Mummy used to be commonly eaten as medicine in Europe. To most people, cannibalism is abhorrent. However, in the 16th and 17th centuries, a craze swept Europe where people consumed crushed bits of mummies, believing it could cure various ailments. This evolved into drinking blood to cure blood-related diseases and even consuming crushed skulls for brain problems. While considered obscene today, consuming human remains was once thought to be beneficial for health. Number 7. If you disrespected the sun god, they would immolate your entire being. In ancient Egypt, violent crime was rare, but one of the most severe offenses was disrespecting the sun god. Punishments for such offenses included being burned alive, a ritual believed to prevent the person from having a vessel in the afterlife. This made it one of the most terrifying punishments for believers in ancient Egyptian society. Number 6. It was extremely common for ancient Egyptian police to beat confessions out of people. Ancient Egypt had a well-organized legal system, but fairness was not always guaranteed. Beating confessions out of people was standard practice. Suspects were often beaten with sticks, usually on their feet, until they confessed and provided information about stolen goods and accomplices. Unfortunately, this often led to false confessions. Number 5. If you violated the law, you were considered guilty until proven innocent. Unlike modern legal systems, ancient Egypt presumed the guilt of the accused from the start. It was the accused's job to prove their innocence. Judges did their best to be impartial, but beatings were common to extract confessions and information. This system likely favored those who abused it more than the innocent. Number 4. Sometimes if you were accused of a crime, your guilt would be decided by the magic of oracles. In later days, the priesthood gained significant control over daily life and legal decisions. Oracles were consulted in court, with the priests manipulating statues of the sun god to determine guilt or innocence. This system allowed priests to decide court cases based on their whims, leaving many Egyptians at the mercy of con artists. Number 3. Using birth control was an incredibly disgusting horror show. Ancient Egyptians used a mixture of honey and crocodile dung as a form of birth control. This method, believed to be an effective spermicide, was not only ineffective but also involved frequent contact with crocodile dung on intimate body parts. Number 2. The death penalty in ancient Egypt was rare but extremely brutal when enacted. While beatings were common, the death penalty was rarely used. However, when it was enacted for severe crimes like murder or treason, the methods were brutal, including decapitation, drowning, and impalement. Number 1. The legends of ancient Egyptian curses simply will not go away. Stories of mummy curses predate the opening of King Tut's tomb, with legends of mysterious deaths following the disturbance of tombs. While scientific evidence for curses is lacking, Many tombs had symbols cursing those who disturbed them, hoping they would be attacked by animals or punished by the gods. I hope you found these 10 facts suitably horrifying. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button below and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you want to suggest a topic about ancient facts and history, you can comment it below in the comment section, and I will do it for you. This is Chronicle X. Thank you for watching.